Oh my god, no. Oh my god. No! Well, everybody, that definitely sucks. That clip was the last clip you'll ever see of my hardcore Let's Play. That really sucks. So now I'm in this world. You may recognize this world from my last video, which is the Minecraft World Tour. And as you can see, there are a lot more buildings, and I will showcase that later in this video. But guys, I do have one big question for you. Should I make a brand new survival Let's Play so when I die, I don't die forever and I can just keep going? Or should I go off of this world, because I've already gotten a ton of progress and I just want to know if you guys don't mind if I play on this world. So, that said, I have some really cool things in this world that I would like to show you. So these two buildings right here don't really have a purpose besides this building. This one, just a blank building. It was a filler, and I just kind of wanted like to make a storage shack, but I didn't really make a storage out of it because I have a way better storage that I'll show you a little later. So this one right here is my library, and as you can see right here, I have a texture pack that I really like to use, and it's called Vanilla Tweaks, and it's not like a huge crazy texture pack. As you can see, it just tweaks a little bit of things, it just tweaks like a little bit of textures, not too much, but it makes it look a lot better, like 3D doors and trap doors and variation of books. And yeah, as you can see right here, clean glass, which I really like. I don't really like having those little specks in the corners. This looks a lot better. So anyways, right here is obviously just books. Doesn't really have a purpose. These don't have anything in them, but a cool little secret that I have is right here there is a lever. I don't have any use for what this does yet, but what it does is it unlocks this hatch right here, and it's got like a cool little barrel in it that I could store some stuff, like maybe some like mending books or any like really good books that I have. But yeah, I haven't really gotten anything to that. And then I also have my enchantment set up right here, and yeah, I don't really use enchanting very much. I just use books, and because it's a lot more efficient. And yeah, up here there's nothing besides a bed. Yeah, there's nothing really up here. I haven't really decorated, but it looks kind of cool. And this right here is my to-do board. I have bees, coral, and just a whole bunch of things. You can read them that I really want to do in the near future, and a lot I have done, which includes this, which is my latest project, which I will get pretty soon. I bet you can see what it is. But right here, I think was my next building I made after this, was this giant enormous, as you might guess, a humongous wool farm with every single color you can imagine. And you might think this is weird because I have data packs in this world also. If you don't know what a data pack is, it's kind of like a mod, but it's mostly vanilla, so it isn't technically cheating, and it doesn't have like crazy bosses or anything. It just adds a little bit of tiny variation that I'll show you a little bit later. But this is an example of mob heads drop from any mob that I kill. And this thing is very productive. And up here, a cool little like outside porch area that comes up, and if somehow one of these sheep die, or if I want to refill the dispenser, I can just come up here and do it with ease. And another cool thing about this is I can access all the redstone from this water chute down here. It's not decorated because no one really goes down here. But yeah, this is everything. And another thing I built was, I'm pretty sure it was this building right here. Now this is my most frequent area I go to, because as you can see, if you would have saw right there, this is my creeper farm. Look at that. This creeper farm is insane. It's probably the best creeper farm I've ever made, and in my last episode or video I also made another creeper farm, but that creeper farm it didn't really give me a lot of gunpowder. I pretty much got like 1 stack every like hour, and that just didn't cut it. Like I was using a lot of fireworks, and I had a AFK there, and I wanted to have this endless amount of gunpowder. And in here, as you might have already guessed, is my storage system, and this was perfect because right under here and right here is 18 layers of where creepers can spawn. Yeah, and if you want to see the rates it gets, yeah, and let's see if I can reach this chest. Bam. I won't ever really need gunpowder again. I mean, I can make just tons of TNT and tons of rockets, and yeah, and this thing is just crazy. And I'm not going to go through every single one of these chests, but pretty much what it is just sorted by items, and you know, I labeled them. Just really, it's super easy to get through and just know where everything is. And another data pack I have installed on this world is right here, item magnet. Now this thing, at first I thought it was kind of cheating, but as more I thought about it, I mean, let's be honest. Games, when you break something, there's an item all over there. But like when you break something, it usually always goes in your inventory, like in other games. But this right here, I have it like all the way over there, and I put this on my offhand. See, it's not there anymore because I picked it up. You see, I pick it up, and it's so useful, and I never like miss a block when I'm like mining a ton of sand. And you're probably asking, why am I mining a ton of sand? This thing right here, which is my latest project, holy moly, this thing is crazy. I don't even know if this is even necessary, because right now this is a bee farm, as you might have already guessed, and right now I have a ton of honey and honeycombs. And let's see, I have a lot more on. I almost have a stack of honeycombs, and probably none in here because I still have yet to fill every single hive with bees, and I'm trying to have a max of 3 bees. And you know, as you can see right here, this is my main breeder of bees, and I just have a ton of bees, and I usually AFK in here about every 8 minutes because that's when you can breed them again. I breed them all, and then they make babies. I wait another 8 minutes and breed them all again, and just keep breeding and breeding and breeding until there's like a bunch where they start like glitching out of the glass, because that's what sometimes happens. And literally I just go take a hive, I put it right on that block right there so I don't accidentally hit the bees when I try to break it, because when the bees go in it, like that one just came out of, and that one, so yeah, I just break it and then I just put it in here, and it's a pretty smooth system. But again, it does take a while. And yeah, look at all this glass. It's like every layer is like 3 stacks of glass. Other than that, that is pretty much I've done. Oh, actually, I just remembered I've done a lot more in a different dimension. So, on top of the nether, we have this ginormous thing. And it's kind of sad because this thing is huge and it doesn't give off the best rates at all. But it definitely looks cool on the inside. Yeah, and it's all, yeah, you can see it looks like a lot, but it doesn't give off very much. I mean, I just refilled this, so there's none in it. I just refilled it, or I just emptied it, is what I meant. And this I haven't, like this is filled. So yeah, that was one of the parts I was going to show you. And now if we go on this pathway right here, and I do want to make a nether like train station where I just use elytra to go through a big tube that looks like really nice. And this right here is my end. And in the end, I've already defeated the Ender Dragon. And so in here, right here, this thing right here, this is the most insane XP farm I have ever created in my life. I literally AFK'd for about 1 hour, like automatically swinging my sword so I could get their XP. And it's insane. Oh yeah, if you're wondering what this black brick is, it is nether brick, and it looks very good. And I didn't really like that reddish look, and now it's black and it just looks way better. So they are very loud. So basically I just come up here. That really hurt my ears. That was so loud. But basically they fill up with ender pearls on the sides. This one is filled up right now. Yeah, they just keep on coming, and this is how I mend my tools. I'm gonna get out of here because this is very loud. And after we go to bed, I have one more thing I want to do in this episode. And this thing took me 3 hours to find. And I usually have no trouble finding one of these, and I just find it in my earlier days of survival. But what I am going to be making, if I can find it, which direction is it? It is this direction and this way. And just shortly over here, about maybe 400 blocks this way, is a skeleton spawner. I literally had to go through every single cave just to find a skeleton spawner, and I'm so grateful that it wasn't a spider or zombie farm, because zombie farms have a 50% chance of spawning and spiders a 25%, and again skeletons are the other 25%. And I'm just so happy I found it. And there is a skeleton XP farm, and in this episode we're gonna be finishing off with making the skeleton XP farm so we can get tons and tons of bones, because I literally have maybe less than a stack of bones left. So basically what I'm going to be doing is, this is a design by ilmango. He's a very, very good technical Minecrafter that makes like the most efficient XP farm. So I'll link the video down in the description. He probably explains it better than I do when I'm making this. But yeah, it's supposed to be the most efficient XP spawner, or this is supposed to be the most efficient like skeleton spawner. And yeah, so right off the bat, we need to have a 4-block gap away from the spawner and a 2-block high roof. Why we need to do this is because it allows, oh see, look, I didn't even light it up. It allows skeletons to spawn like he did in that corner. Just leave a comment down below if you guys would want me to either make a new survival world or continue this world, because I do not care either way. As long as you guys are okay with it, I will keep doing this world. And just like that, we have a giant room cleared out. So apparently we need to take this down. So that was kind of a waste of time. But whatever, I did not even watch the full video, so I'm just kind of going off of what he says. That's the most efficient. And it is 4.5% of extra efficiency that we are going to be getting by adding this contraption. And it looks pretty simple. So again, what we need to do is, not like that, right there. And on next to that, we need to place a trap door. And then what we need to do is add some glass next to it. And then waterlog that, which means when this opens, the water will flow down. And now what we need to do is add a tripwire hook, just straight and head height right here. And then what we need to do, oh my gosh, I didn't even grab string. Now that I got these materials, get some string, put it like that so it activates when a monster spawns on top of here. Tripwire hook activates, and then we need to dig out that block right there, place a redstone dust so when we go over it, that should activate. Yes, and we're going to be needing a little bit more space like that. So I have to put another one right there so those two connect. And then we need to make a redstone signal go like this. And then one right there so those two connect, fill that in, and then bam. Just like that. And you see it goes straight down. But we need to do something else that requires some oak fences. So we need a fence gate right here, right here, right there, on the other side, and right there, and on top of this block, right here, and then finally one right there. And then the last thing we gotta do is open all of these. And what that should do is direct the water to this way. Yep, perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. So now, that's pretty much it. So now, we need to flush these mobs out. And again, we want to flush the mobs to the west, so that is that way. So that means, alright, so what we gotta do is on this side, which is the opposite side where you want your killing room to be. So if we want the mobs to go this way, we're gonna have to make some things over here. So what we're gonna be needing is just a corner piece like this, and then it should be 6 blocks. And then after that, I'm gonna make a little infinite water source, which is made like that. Place water on each corner, top of those blocks. Fill your water buckets back up, and then mine these out, and then they should, yep, go like that. And then now what we need to do is mine these out, and then mine this block out, and that block out. And then you have to mine 4 blocks this way, 3, 4, and then right here, dig out this block. So put a slab right there, and the reason why you want that there is because it allows the skeletons to just go in there a little bit quicker. And now we are going to be making where the skeletons shoot straight up. So what we need to do is break this block and put down a piece of soul sand there. And then I'm going to be tweaking this a little bit. This isn't going to be his exact design. So what I'm going to be doing is mining 2 blocks under and then placing a cobblestone wall there. Monsters go down here. They slowly get pushed up, and then they go straight up. And then we're going to be needing a couple signs like this. And then the skeletons, make their way very, very slowly but surely on top of this, which makes them go up a little bit more. And then, bam. Alright, so then after that, we now have to mine 25 blocks up from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There. Now that we have mined 25 blocks up, we need to go a little bit farther up. And now that you have mined 25 blocks in, this right here is the 25th block. Direction west, we have to mine 2 blocks this way, and then we're going to go all the way back down. And the reason why they're going to go all the way back down is so when they reach right here at this point, they're going to fall 25 blocks, and then they're going to be either 1 heart or an instant kill. To make sure the water doesn't flow downwards, because then that would be useless. You have to put a sign right there. What you want to do is you want to place down a water bucket here so the water flows. I'll show you why. So you put a water bucket right there so it stops flowing, and then you mine all the way down. The reason why you want to mine all the way down is so there's water flowing down, and I'll show you a really cool trick that you can do. So right here there's soul sand, and what soul sand does, it allows a bubble column to form when there's water above it. The reason why it's not working is because there needs to be like actual full water blocks. This is just flowing water all the way down. So what we have to do is do a little cool trick by using kelp. And what kelp does, it allows the block into full blocks. And so you just go all the way up just like that, and then you can go all the way down. But don't break it till you get all the way down. You can go like this and go like that. And the reason how you can tell if there is a bubble column is if you can see the little bubbles forming like that. And that is basically the whole thing. But what I am going to do now, see, here's an example. They flow all the way up and they drop all the way down. Alright, so now what we want to do is you want to mine all the way down. Hopefully they don't fall into some lava, but then you have to go all the way down until you see those soul sand again. So we still got a ways to go. Let's see, is that enough? Perfect. That couldn't have been any more perfect. So what we have to do now is this is where you're going to be standing right here in this very block, this level right here, the same level as this. So what you want to do is memorize. So if that's where the soul sand is, what we need to do is add a hopper right here, but I don't have a hopper, so I'll just put a crafting table. and then a slab on top of that, and that is pretty much it. Now you can decorate your killing room however you want. That is pretty much it. There is one last step we have to do, and that is to do probably the most dangerous thing. Here's the dangerous part. We need to get rid of all the torches so the monsters can start spawning. So if we can do it quick, I almost punched down that. Here we go. And shoot. Run. There we go. Again, there will be a link in the description of ilmango making this, probably explaining a little bit better than I would have. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, let me know if you guys want me to do a brand new start from scratch survival world, or keep going on this world, because you know I have a lot of stuff and we can make some really cool stuff. Yeah, I don't really care. Just whatever you guys want is what all I care about. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I really do mean that. Thank you. Even though I have a very small community of people watching me, it's still amazing that people even like see my videos, because there's thousands and thousands of videos. But anyways, I'm rambling. Alright guys, hit that subscribe button, do all that jazz. Thank you everybody. Peace.